You know, you could go back to the very beginning of humanity's existence, and there are a couple of jobs that have always, oh wait, I'm sorry, I did not mean to say that word. There are some things that people do to get paid that have existed almost since the beginning of humanity. And just to list off a couple of them, you know, we've got fishermen, right? We've got hunters, butchers, can't forget VTubers, and we've got toolsmiths, like people that make tools and stuff. But in particularly, I do want to mention farmers. I do want to approach the term farming from a different angle, a lot more of a modern perspective. Basically just doing whatever you can to go viral. If it wasn't clear enough, this whole thing is kind of centered around recent current events. I won't really specify. I don't want to get anything flagged for this video. I inherited the will of Moist Critical and I have no opinions whatsoever. I am the ultimate fence sitter. But most importantly, you need to remember this is an entertainment channel. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get into the video. And also, I gotta give a disclaimer, okay? We're talking about Twitter in this video. I know I can't avoid it. I can't avoid it. But a large component of this video is going to be about a certain user on Twitter, and that is Hood Genius. If you don't know who Hood Genius is, you can check my channel. I made a whole video about him. He actually commented on that video and he egoed me in the comments. I'm not gonna say there's a curse on him, but I cursed him. Eventually one day he did a face reveal and he probably should have been bone smashing or something, but yeah, he was trying to like transition over to like making actual content instead of just tweets. Everybody just said, nope, we're not supporting that. Keep being a good little tweet boy. Also, we think you're ugly. So real quick, I need to think of like a term to describe what I'm trying to talk about without actually saying it. We're gonna call it the conflict, okay? And when the conflict actually first started popping off, Hood Genius was getting his bangers off until he made the wrong tweet at the wrong time
with a simple sentence of, I'm not trying to get drafted. This is him. He's a little bit bloated here with AI. It's kind of relatively close enough. This guy, he's not exactly lean maxing, if you know what I mean. Kids are dying and this guy's trying to make it about himself. The only thing drafting you is McDonald's. They're cooking him. They got a weight restriction. You're good. This one has some extra hatred built in there. Fat Somali talking about, I'm not trying to get drafted, from the comfort of his house, scratching his butt while children are being blown up.
I really do think I need my flowers because I low-key broke the news of his face reveal first.
Flashback.
Okay. I guess this is Hood Genius. I don't think he knows that you can like view clips like this because it doesn't seem like he puts his face on the forefront anymore.
I rediscovered, what is the word? I uncovered, it's too early for this, I can't. And so since he has deleted every clip on his Twitch that shows his face, I will take ownership in leading the charge to his own downfall. And this is all karma for him egoing me on his comment. But yeah, the very next day he changed his profile picture to the face thing wearing clothing. I don't know how to pronounce the actual word for it, so I'm not gonna try.
I'm not gonna lie, this is frying me, bro. I didn't think anybody would actually say something about it, but yeah, literally, what is he doing?
I highly doubt that he got somebody to make this for him, and he definitely can't make this. Pretty sure this is AI, and I don't think his political audience would enjoy that, so interesting, nobody has actually put that together yet. But anyways, after that, he kind of made like a, I don't know, it's like kind of an apology saying that he's no longer looking for banger tweets when he's still continued to do it after the fact. I'm gonna close the chapter on the Hood Genius thing, but yes, this is only one of the farmers of this conflict that's currently going on in the world. I think we should look at some more farmers. I've seen a couple of accounts do this, and I don't know, it's just a quick mention. It's just blatant misinformation for the sake of just getting engagement. People have been tweeting on like 5-hour intervals that a certain prime minister has passed away. It doesn't take a genius to know that this guy, he's probably in a location where he cannot be touched. Everyone's like quote tweeting it, celebrating, so happy to see that the news has come out, but the news actually didn't come out. He is still alive. This is just another farm that I just keep seeing on my feed over and over again. It's pretty bad. This guy claims to actually be like pretty close to the conflict, potentially being like affected by it. I don't know, it just rubs me a certain type of way when I see this account farming bangers. I'll speak from my perspective. Let's say I'm very close to the conflict, right? And it's just like, you look outside, there's like explosions everywhere, right? Mushroom cloud, all type of stuff. Everywhere you go, you hear like the blue shell sound effect. I'm not gonna be posting IShowSpeed gifs. I can't help but think there's bigger fish to fry than the posts on Twitter. I don't know, is that a hot take? I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but this is is just like what I would do personally if hypothetically I was there. At the end of the day, it is farming a banger in the context of the conflict going on.
The account posts, watching Americans post about World War III when they have zero risk of death, while I live in the Middle East and could get wiped off the face of the earth tonight. And that was a 200,000 like banger. They were rocking with that. They thought that was trim. Then you got another one, me personally stopping the Israeli missiles and ending the conflict because this guy has a team meeting on Tuesday. And that's in response to a guy saying, can you put an end to this? I have a team meeting on Tuesday. I thought my crush texted me back, but it was this instead. And once again, it's the same gif of the guy with a mix of certain individual. And another one, my country is getting caught in the crossfire, but I still have to go to uni at 8 a.m. It's funny, I show speed video. Another one that just happened 5 hours ago of recording this, and I was like, oh wow, he's still going. Okay, sorry, I literally, I didn't even notice it. He watermarked the video. I'm supposed to, okay, I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say, but having uni at 8 a.m. while fasting for Ramadan while getting striked by Iran. Just another post again, when the world is trying to go to war, but GTA 6, World Cup, Avengers, Doomsday, Spider-Man, DBS, Gojo vs. Sukuna haven't dropped yet. And you won't believe it, the same character, but this time it's not the same scene, but it's the same character. Yeah, essentially this account is just a merchant of the conflict.
And so for this last one, I couldn't really put it in a category. This is just like general farming of the conflict, drafting, you know, everybody's going to talk about, oh, drafting, when we haven't had a draft since Vietnam, I believe. People that are like actually in the countries involved in the conflict happening right now, like getting blown to bits. They're not too happy with like Americans sitting on like a couch eating Doritos saying, oh, I don't want to get drafted. It makes sense. But yeah, let's take a look at a couple of examples here.
So I had this tweet here that says, the Supreme Leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, I'm not going to pronounce this out of respect because I cannot pronounce it, has been taken out by the US-Israeli strikes on Iran. The images we have here, you might be wondering what's the correlation. This is actually a pretty recent banger farming method to where people will post news, whether it be true or false, and then they will post a image that actually correlates to the news, and then they'll post an unrelated image of a celebrity, basically like an alley-oop kind of play where you do this, and then the person that actually doesn't correlate to the news will quote tweet it and say, why did you put my picture in here? I could pull up examples, but I'm feeling lazy. It in fact banged after the quote tweet was made. This did exactly what the design is made for it to do. Speaking of Bilo, used to be very popular YouTuber, now turned into slightly less popular, just streamer and Twitter banger farmer. I'm not gonna say like, oh, he's acting stupid to fool you guys. He's playing a character.
Man, I just heard about what's going on, man. They trying to start World War III. Why we all can't just be friends and shit? All I know is they better not come to America with that bullshit, or I'm gonna have to get involved. And trust me, you don't want Bilou to get involved and show y'all what's up.
This might be the most generic black influential figure post of all time. I could see a rapper posting this. I could see any black content creator. This is such a generic post. This is a chat GPT script. Sorry, I'm freaking out, like my cortisol. I don't know, this is just a nothing burger. Like I was saying, we're just generally covering farming here. So we have a video about how to avoid the World War III draft. And man, this guy has the haircut of doom.
If you are 18 to 25, you are cooked.
Dang!
If you are 26 to 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39.
I didn't even know that.
If you have ADHD, you are cooked. If you are in college, I'm sorry, you are cooked. They actually want you more for the draft. If you dropped out of high school, you are safe from World War.
What? Okay, I think we get it. So this video got quote tweeted, and this account said, these types of videos are only meant to seed anxiety and fearmonger. This completely ignores the real human loss happening right now to Iranians. We're not being drafted. Bombs are not being dropped on you. You, an American, can just sleep in your bed with no risk. I mean, there's more perspective on that. So yeah, there's some food for thought with that as well.
I feel like Bill Gates with all these farms. Every time I open up Twitter, it's just more of what I showed you guys here. And so I thought, you know, I should probably make a video about it since I see it every time I open the app. And with all that being said, I do have to get going. But yes, thank you for making it this far into the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment for the algorithm. It's super important. You saw what happened to my last video. Join the Discord in the description if you want to talk with the peoples. And with all that being said, I gotta go fight. And I got nothing.